Are you hoping to take on a big project like a major home renovation, but not exactly sure how you're going to pay for it? Well, one option for paying to upgrade your home could be to use the home itself. A home equity line of credit, or HELOC, is a flexible way to access your home equity. But is a HELOC worth it? I'm a writer on the mortgages and home ownership team at NerdWallet, and my colleagues and I spend our time going over thorny problems exactly like this to try to find you the answers. So today we are going to talk about what HELOCs are and how they work, the pros and cons of getting a HELOC, and what kind of borrower or what kind of project a HELOC is best for. To do that, we're going to be joined by my colleague Taylor Getler, who has written a ton about home equity borrowing. Okay, what is a HELOC?
So a HELOC, also home equity line of credit, is a flexible line of credit that's backed by the home equity that you have. So your home equity is the total value of your home, the present value, not what you paid on the original mortgage. It's the present value of your home minus what you still owe on that mortgage. So say your home today is worth $300,000. If you still have $100,000 left on your mortgage, you have $200,000 worth of home equity. Most lenders will let you access up to 80% of that through a HELOC.
How does a HELOC work?
So for the first 10 years of a HELOC, it works similarly to a credit card. You can borrow up to your limit as needed, pay it off, borrow some more. After those 10 years, you can't borrow anymore, and you enter the second phase of the loan, which is called the repayment period. So during the first 10 years of the loan, you can borrow as much as you need, and you only have to pay interest. But once you enter the second phase of the loan and you can't borrow anymore, you're required to pay both interest and principal.
What are the advantages of a HELOC over like a cash out refinance or another kind of loan?
So HELOCs have some pretty unique features that would lead somebody to choose it over a cash out refi or a personal loan. So with the HELOC, it's a variable balance. You don't need to know exactly how much you need to borrow upfront, and you do have those 10 years to borrow as needed. So that's definitely a benefit. Say if you were completing a series of projects, you were juggling multiple estimates, the fact that you don't need to know exactly how much you need upfront is definitely a pretty big benefit. Another benefit of it is that, unlike with a cash out refi, you get to keep your primary mortgage rate. You're not affecting that. So if you already have a lower rate on your mortgage than where rates are right now, by getting a HELOC, you get to keep your primary mortgage. You're not changing anything about the interest rate, the terms, everything stays the same. And instead you're getting a secondary loan on top of that. However, if rates have come down since you initially got your mortgage, a cash out refi would be a way for you to change both the rate and the terms. So it just depends on where your primary mortgage rate is, how you feel about it, if it would benefit you to change it. If it benefits you to keep everything as is and get a second loan, a HELOC is the way to go. And compared to a personal loan, HELOCs also tend to have lower rates because it's backed by your home as collateral. So that's why you would potentially choose a HELOC over a personal loan.
What are the downsides of a HELOC?
The main downside is that you're using your home as collateral for the loan. So while that does get you a lower interest rate, it also comes with extra risk. Because if you can't keep up with your payments, you could end up losing your home to foreclosure. The other downside of a HELOC is that the rate is usually variable, which means that it goes up and down with the market, and that can make it difficult to predict where your payments are going to be in the future. I mean, we're talking about a loan that can have a 30-year life, so it's really hard to predict where your payments could be in the future. So for example, if somebody got a HELOC back in 2021 when rates were at historic lows, what they're paying today is very different.
Who is a HELOC best for then?
A HELOC is best for expenses that are going to add to your wealth and appreciate in value over time. So for example, if you want to get a HELOC to replace your roof, that would be a good use of, backing it up with your home. But on the flip side, it's probably not the best way to use it if you're going to be tapping your equity for something that's just going to lose value over time. So to spend it on a boat, a vacation, even a wedding, that's probably not worth mortgaging your home over. So it really comes down to, what do you want to do with the loan?
All right, that totally makes sense. Your home, not a source of fun money, but something that you can tap if you're looking to make some serious money moves down the line. Taylor, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
I'm Kate Wood, and I write about mortgages and home buying for NerdWallet. If you're considering a HELOC, head to nerdwallet.com to check out our list of the top HELOC lenders. But while you're here, like and subscribe for more.